Welcome everybody to Blissology on Demand with me, Eoin Finn, and we're going to do a loose, fit, and happy program called Beautiful Strength. In case you don't know, the Greek word kallos means beautiful. Sthenos actually means strength. So calisthenics means beautiful strength. Isn't it amazing? This is how ways that the Greek military would train. And actually, there's actually been a lot of exchange between yogis and the calisthenic movement over the years that you may not know about in the history. And so really you can just think about this as a lot of the hard things that's in the yoga practice, but and a little bit less of the stretchy stuff, even though that will happen. And what you'll do is you'll get really strong doing this practice as well. And when you do go back into the yoga practice, you'll have the horsepower and the strength to hold yourself up in the poses. You'll just float effortlessly. So it's not something you need to do instead of your yoga. It's a great complement to do as well. All right, so let's get our beautiful strength practice going. All right, everybody, I will meet you on your mat, and let's start in a downward facing dog shape. So the power in the hands is going to mean everything in this practice. You can have your knees bent to start with, press your hips up and back, and even though we're here to get stronger, we still want to get calm using the breath. Breathe in, breathe out. If you're not flexible enough yet, your knees stay bent. You can move your feet forward and back. Now take your feet a little bit closer together for this little drill. Take your thumbs a little bit closer in your downward facing dog. Breathe in. Now this may take a little bit of the mechanical advantage away, but that's kind of the point, is to make it a little bit harder. Breathe out. Now try and press your chest towards your feet. So if you ever do handstands, this ability to elevate the shoulder blades, to wrap the shoulder blades around, to press the sit bones back further is going to help. Press back 2 more breaths. And slowly from here, come back to more shoulder width hands and feet. Now we're coming into a planche position, so we're not sagging in the belly like this. In Yoga Optimized, you'll see that I'm constantly pulling elastics away from the hands. Now every time you start to bring your chest forward an inch past your fingertips, it's going to get harder, so stop where it feels ridiculous. So I'm not going to let my hips sag. I'm pulling my thighs up and I'm reaching out through the crown. Do a line 1 from the feet out through the sternum, through the crown. Go a little bit further, keep breathing, and then stretch out those muscles in Anahadasana, downward dog. You're pressing your chest through your arms. Come again into that plank position. Now if you need your knees on the floor, that's fine. Work at your level. Don't feel you have to have like 200 pounds on a bench press if you're not ready for it. Lean forward. Now I want you to really concentrate on pulling up through the midline, pulling in. There it is. Wrap the back around from the back to the front, back of the ribs. One more breath. And then press your chest towards your feet. Now slowly from here, bring the knees to the floor. And take your fingertips off to the side of your mat. Now let's work on that same position again. Torso comes forward. Don't let your belly sink. Pull it up. If you need to stay back here, that's fine. What I want you to do is use these muscles on the side of the ribs, your lats and serratus muscles. Try and push the floor away. Lean as far forward as you can. Keep breathing. Go a little bit more. Challenge yourself. And then keep your thumbs actually facing forward and come into that version of a downward dog. Now, stay with me in this strength. Turn your toes towards the left. I know your fingertips are pointed back, which is not normally the way you do side plank until today. This is my left arm up. Keep breathing. Now, this is really going to make your bicep work as a stabilizer with the way your arms is turned. You can lift your left leg up also. 3, 2, 1. Touch, show control, and then we'll switch. My fingertips, thumbs pointed forward, turning to the little toe of the left foot, big toe of right foot, reach arms up. If I need my knee on the floor, that's fine. I'm trying to pull the hips away from the hand, stack the feet, Option, lift your right leg up. 3, point your toe. 2, 1. Super slow-mo. Back we go, regular downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now walk your feet walk your hands towards your feet, back of the mat. Bend your knees, breathe in. So here, we're taking the load off of our arms, stretching out the legs. Breathe in again. And take a long exhalation. Now start to walk the hands forward like you're a cat. Really feel the power of your paws. Press back into a downward facing dog shape. Now bring the knees onto the floor. Now let's do a stretch of the arms by turning your thumbs out and your middle fingers back. Now this is going to stretch your biceps and your forearms as you drop your hips back. Now if that's enough stretch, stay there. Or if you want to come all the way up into a downward dog shape with your fingertips back, do that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press chest towards feet. Breathe in. Stretch your forearms. Breathe out. Turn one hand forward, then the other. Press your pelvis back and empty. Bring feet forward now between the hands. Lengthen your spine. Let's get a back body stretch going. And breathe out. Stretch. Now let's get the quadriceps into the game. So you probably want to do chair pose normally like here. But what I'm asking you to do is bring your thighs parallel to the floor. Reach your arms up. This is going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but you need to signal to the quadriceps to get strong. Keep breathing in. Now don't lose it. Breathe out. How much longer? 10 seconds. In. Out. You got this. One more breath. And here's your reward. Stretch, and you will feel your body loves to lengthen out after that. Breathe in one more time. And breathe all breath out. Now do that one more time for about 20 seconds. Try and get your thighs parallel to the floor. Now if you want to make it harder, take the hands behind you in reverse namaste. Press the palms together. Broaden your shoulders. Okay, 10. Keep breathing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hips lower, 2, 1, chair, hands on the floor, knees in your armpits for crow, lean forward, lift up one foot or both, squeeze everything in, straighten your arms eventually, draw the heels in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Up over the toes, big breath. And downward dog. Press back. Ready? Come into a plank. Lower down onto the belly. Now this is about strengthening your glutes and your back body chain, posterior chain. So let's lift up into locust pose, Salambhasana. 1, reach out. 2, 3, 4. Now lift the heels up 1 more inch. 5, we're going to 8, 6, a little taller, 7, 8. Same pose, hands come behind you. Now roll your thighs in as you lift up, and you should be able to lift the chest up 3 more inches, maybe 1. Lift up, there it is. And then bring your hands under your shoulders. Let's do an upward dog stretch. And then a downward dog, pressing back.